What do you feed your brood every morning? This morning we're having oatmeal and smoothies. We don't have smoothies every morning as they're pretty expensive, but because oatmeal's cheap, I rationalize that smoothies about 3 times a week is okay to splurge on. As the kids are letting out the chickens, I sent the 8-year-old into the garden to grab some kale. I put 2 to 3 stalks in our smoothies. It doesn't end up being very much kale for each person, but it's so high in vitamins A and C that starting our day off, even with a little bit, is better than nothing. It's also high in calcium. Contrary to what's been shoved down your throat all your life, dairy is actually not a good source of calcium. Quick science lesson. Your body is always looking to be alkaline. Dairy is slightly acidic, so as your body digests dairy, it has to find a way to alkalinize. And how does it do this? By leaching calcium out of your bones. Even though dairy has calcium in it, when you consume it, your bones actually lose calcium, unlike calcium from plants, which is easily absorbable. Think about this. The countries that eat the most dairy products actually have the highest rates of osteoporosis. Since the research is clear that milk does not in fact do a body good, why does the federal government spend close to $300 million every year to market milk to the masses? Well, follow the money. Check out who's in charge of bankrolling those who work in Washington. Let me give you a hint. Not the fruit and veggie growers. Anyway, back to smoothies. First, I blend the kale in a little bit of water so there won't be any big kale chunks in our smoothies. I heard that blending bananas too long will make them not taste as good as it oxidizes them, so I blend them with the other fruit afterward. And the not-so-patient baby encourages me to share some bananas while she waits for her breakfast. We save our blueberries and strawberries from the garden to make jam, so I buy frozen fruit for our smoothies. I get whatever's cheapest. Sometimes that's pineapple, sometimes cherry. Today I added a mix of mango, strawberries, and peaches. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't after you split it between the 7 of us. So what do you think? Do you think you'll give smoothies a try? When I first introduced them to the kids, I called them a special green drink. I think using the word special and the fact that I let them know it was going to be green beforehand, and the fact that I didn't tell them what the green was until they tasted it, made them excited to try this new concoction. I think I also did spinach first. It's more mild than kale, so you might want to go with that for your first green drink. In the summer, we eat eggs from the chickens and fruit from the garden for breakfast. However, once October rolls around, the chickens molt for the winter and the egg production slows down. Now that they're getting less than 12 hours of sun a day, they're not laying at all. So we have oatmeal pretty much every morning. Some mornings I let the kids choose. Some mornings I'll make a pumpkin apple oatmeal bake. Some mornings I'll choose. Eating oatmeal basically every day and drinking smoothies about 3 times a week, I think that comes out to be about $15 a week for 7 people, or a little over $2 a week per person, or less than 40 cents per person per day. I can't think of anything else that, number 1, tastes that good, number 2, keeps us full for the next 4 hours, or number 3, costs less. Let me know if you know of anything. If you do not feed oatmeal to your family, give it a try. You don't need to add any butter or sugar. My favorite is oatmeal with a piece of very ripe banana smashed into it with some cinnamon sprinkled on top. Now there's a breakfast loaded with calcium, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, manganese, vitamin B6, and C, without the blood sugar crash to come.